Welcome back to RevZolutions. Today I've got the BMW S1000R. This is a 2019 model. We've taken it out for a little bit of a test ride and a bit of a walk around. So this S1000R is based on the S1000RR engine. It's a slightly watered down version with 165 brake horsepower. It's 999cc. Now this bike starts from £11,570 on the road from BMW, brand new. There's obviously a lot of different functions and options you can put onto the bike. This one, for instance, it's got the Krapovic exhaust system. It's also got heated grips. It's got ABS. You can adjust the suspension. You've got a dynamic suspension mode. You also got a road setting. Now this bike is also set up for a Euro 4 emissions, so even without a Krapovic exhaust, it will still pass the Euro 4 emissions check. Now riding this bike, you can hear that exhaust popping and banging away. It sounds amazing, and for a stock exhaust system, perfect. BMW claim this bike will do over 125 miles an hour, which is understandable. At the end of the day, it's a sports bike engine in a naked bike. The wind resistance when you're riding isn't too bad. The windscreen gives you some quite good protection. It kind of like kicks the wind up and over your helmet. You can feel it just buffering slightly on your head, but there's not much in your chest, which is really nice. There's 114 newton meters of torque on this bike, and as soon as you crank that throttle open, you can feel that power. It is there pretty much instantly, but the 114 newton meters kicks in at 9,250 RPM. So you've got to push the revs up a little bit to get that full power. However, it's there throughout the whole rev range. Now this bike limits at 13,500 RPM, so it's quite close to its top end. Okay, and like I said, 165 brake horsepower, that's at 11,000 RPM. That is just as you start to go into your rev limit range on that one. This is a chain driven bike like most bikes are these days. It's not shaft driven like BMW tend to put on a lot of their bikes. The seat height is 814 millimeters high. Now I'm 5'7". If I stand up against this bike, you can see it's absolutely perfect height for me. When I've been standing at the side of the road or traffic lights, I've been able to flat foot really well. So I've got no issues with this bike. If you're a lot taller, then you may be slightly bent at the knee. If you're a lot shorter, you're still going to have no problems with this bike. Now, fully loaded with a tank of fuel, this bike will weigh in at 205 kilograms. It seems like quite a lot for a bike. However, when you're riding, it's actually quite light. You can flick it about, move it quite comfortably. It doesn't give you any issue. It doesn't give you that sense that the bike weighs over 200 kilograms. It does feel like a lot lighter. It comes with a 17.5 litre tank. It's also got a reserve of 4 litres, so at least you know when your fuel light comes on, you've still got 4 litres worth of fuel inside this tank to keep yourself going. Now what we'll do is we'll do a little walk around of the bike now, and I'll show you some parts of it. First thing we're going to look at is the exhaust system. Now this exhaust is the Krapovic exhaust system. It's got a nice carbon fibre finish there. It's got carbon fibre heel guards with the Krapovic logo on it. For a standard exhaust system, this is very, very good looking. We've also got the pillion foot pegs, like most bikes. They can flick in and out, so keep them out of the way. One thing I would do if I bought this bike would be remove the pillion foot pegs, get a nice exhaust hanger on there just to finish it off slightly. Moving around to the back of the bike, we've got LED indicators. They're quite small. I mean, there you go, the size of my hand. They're very small. We got a nice LED tail light on this one. I do like the design of this one. It kicks out quite sharp, a bit angry. So with this tail light, it's LED system. So I'll just turn it on. You can see it doesn't actually flash, but on the screen it looks like it's flashing. And then we've got nice bright indicators on there, which is a nice little touch rather than normal bulbs. Okay. Now the rear seat on this one, it is a very, very small. I don't know why you'd want to sit on this. I mean, it's literally the length of my hand. However, it's got some quite good under-seat storage. You're not going to fit a lot of stuff in here, but you could fit a phone in there, you could fit a wallet, you could probably get a little drinks bottle. But obviously there are quite a lot of electrics inside here, so you don't want too much water being stored in there. But it's an okay size for the type of bike that it is. It's nice and easy to get this seat cover on and off as well. Just locks with a turn of the key. Right, and with the dashboard, just turn it on. Quite colourful. Just start the bike up. Actually, okay, so looking at the dashboard there, you got your trip. So you've got 2 trips on this one. your average miles per gallon. So I've been getting 40 miles per gallon out of this. Average miles per hour, your total miles, your range and fuel. Also shows the temperature of the bike at the top. You've got your heated grip indicator, your gear indicator, also shows it down here. Your ABS and your traction control, that turns off as soon as you start riding. You've got cruise control on this bike, which is just used on the left hand side here. You've got your reset, you can turn your cruise control on and off. You've got your ABS, you can turn your ABS sensor on and off. You've got your indicators, you've got your horn, quite a loud horn. With the handlebars, they're just normal clamp over the top, normal handlebar looking style on here. You've got your engine start, your accelerator, you got your modes on the side. You've got your rain mode, your dynamic, your road, so that's nice, easy to flick between on your right hand. Your heated grips at the top here, very straightforward to use, and you can kill the bike by that one. So it's a nice easy setup on this bike. You obviously got your fuel tank here, just normal key straight into the fuel tank. Now this S1000R also comes with a Quickshifter, just on here on the gear. So you've got a Quickshifter up and down. It's really smooth, this one. So that's another nice little feature this bike has got. The seat, it is quite a comfortable seat. It's given me no issues so far. So all in all, I'm quite impressed with this bike. Would I buy this bike? If I was in the market for a naked bike, and especially a litre naked bike, then I would definitely consider buying this bike. It's worth bringing out for a test ride, get to grips with the bike and see how you feel. So what we'll do now is we'll jump on the bike, we'll go for a little test ride, and I'll talk through like first impressions of the bike and see how we get on. Right, so today we've got the BMW S1000R, second naked bike I've ever ridden. This is my first impressions of this bike. I've literally been riding it for about 2 or 3 minutes prior to pulling away, and it's comfortable. It is really comfortable. I'm very surprised. Right, let's take it up. There we go, what a machine. Right, so this S1000R has got a Quickshifter up and down. The wing mirrors, they're okay. I can see all I need to see quite comfortably. They're like any motorbike at the end of the day. You need to bring your elbows in if you're going to have a good look behind, but other than that, they do the job. You actually move the glass bit at the top of the wing mirror. But yeah, they're quite good. Right, so also what we've got is we've got 6 gears on this bike, like a normal motor bike. This is the S1000RR engine put into the naked. Now there is quite a bit of wind resistance on this bike, but that's to be expected from a naked. They're not great for wind resistance like a sports bike. You can't really tuck behind anything. Doesn't really work like that. Right, so we're going to take this out through some twisties. It's quite different getting used to that down blipper. I've never ridden a bike with a down blipper. The roads are pretty dry today, which is nice. We're still back into a national. The acceleration on this thing is fantastic. The torque as well. You really feel that torque pull in. It's absolutely brilliant on the torque. Now the seat is quite firm, but it is a comfy seat. at the moment it's not giving me any issues. It's a nice upright riding position. I'm used to riding sports bikes where I'm laying really flat, but yeah, this is pretty comfortable. Not giving me any backache or anything at all. We've also got heated grips on this bike, which is, let's just turn those heated grips on. Yep, they're on. We'll see what these are. Now, I've heard that BMW heated grips get really hot, so it'll be interesting to see how hot they do get. First impressions of this bike, it's brilliant. I've ridden it for probably about half an hour now, and oh, it's a cracking bit of kit. Absolutely fantastic. It's a really light bike. There's no like weight issues. You're not like feeling like you're really lugging this thing around when you go around corners or avoiding things. Like this drone, for instance, flick it nicely between it very, very easily. The mirrors are good. The seat is very comfortable. It's not the comfiest seat I've ridden on, but it's not giving me any issues. It's it doesn't grip you on the bike like some seats do. The G310R, little baby bike, that did feel like it gripped you on the seat comfortably though. That was a good one. But yeah, this is good. It's got heated grips. The heated grips are fantastic. I've had to turn them down actually. They were getting way too hot. That's BMW for you. Great engineering, always known for their heated grips. It's got a Quickshifter up and down. Amazing Quickshifter up and down. It's not aggressive in the downshift. It's quite smooth. Leaning into corners on this thing. It's really, really nice. But yeah, it's been able to flick up and down through the gears without having to use that clutch. That's really helpful. Really helpful. Also, talk about the clutch. The clutch lever, you can't adjust this one by the looks of it. It's fixed in that one position, like distance away from your handlebar, which isn't an issue. It's not too far out. I've only got a size 9 hand in respects of gloves. But it's got a quick shifter, so why do you need a clutch if you've got a quick shifter? Have the fun of that quick shifter. As for the front brake, that is on an adjustable lever, but I'll tell you what, that thing is phenomenal. Squeeze that front brake, you can't even squeeze that front brake, touch the front brake and it'll just yank the bike to a stop. Absolutely brilliant. Perfect brakes on this thing, which is always handy. Rear brake, oh yep, just squeeze that, that's good, that works. And the torque of this thing as well, it has got a lot of torque. You can really feel that. I mean, let's go up into, yeah, 5th gear, pulling through the torque. 5th gear, pulling away really, really well. Get around this nice bend. It's a great bike for Alpine style roads in the UK. Figure that out. Twisties. Leaning in nicely, standing up, putting the weight on the pegs. Yeah, you can feel that. So, would I buy this bike just on a first impression ride? Yeah. If I was in the market for a naked bike, I think I'd have to seriously consider the S1000R. Brilliant little machine. It's got a nice analog rev counter. I do like that. It's got a LED display with your speedo, your gear shift, your gear indicator. Got your heated grip. Now I've left this on road, I haven't changed anything. I don't know enough about this bike to start messing about with different settings and what have you, so yeah. The suspension is actually really comfortable. It's not causing me any problems at all. I don't feel like I'm breaking my back every time I go over a bump. It does feel like a nice comfortable bike. It's easy to keep at the speed limit as well. Very easy. It doesn't make you feel like you need to be going faster. It doesn't egg you on like a sports bike. Even though it's got a sports bike engine, the setup is a lot different, and it's a comfortable, respectable ride. I'm really surprised at the ability of this bike going into corners. It is just, it's brilliant. So easy to ride. Tilts in quick. The response from the bike is, it's brilliant. Highly recommend that you take one of these out. If you're in the motor, or even if you just want to take one out just to see what they're like, you won't be disappointed. It is a cracking bit of kit. It is a light bike to manoeuvre around. There isn't any... Oh, there we go, the dashboard just lit up, then went into a dark tunnel. It's quite a nice, like, whitey blue light on the rev counter there. The actual display for the speedo didn't come up, so it's not lit all the time. That'd be quite nice. Oh, and that torque getting up to the speed again, effortless. You just feel it drag you through the speed and the rev range. I think if you want to ride this bike hard and fast, it is definitely a license loser. You will get in trouble.